Welcome back to the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Apple, Spotify, or Google, please leave a 5-star rating. This content is brought to you by Uphold, which makes crypto investing easy. You can buy, sell, trade, and earn cryptocurrencies on Uphold. I've been using Uphold since 2017. They're one of my go-to exchanges for liquidity, so I can vouch for this platform. They have an easy-to-use interface, great mobile app. They have 10 plus million users, 200 plus cryptocurrencies, and they're available in 150 countries. So if you'd like to learn more, please visit the link in the description. All right, my friends, it was a big day for the crypto market, and I want to start off with the following. Jim Cramer made a prediction today. Here's the headline from Mad Money. Hold your nose and sell to brace for a possible market downturn, Jim Cramer says. So what do we always talk about? You want to do the inverse of what Jim Cramer is doing. When he's bearish, you want to be bullish. When he is bullish, you want to be bearish, right? We've seen it time and time again because he is information for the masses, not for the well-informed, educated classes, right? Those who understand the market cycles are reading the charts. But those who are just watching TV, listening to Jim Cramer, and not doing research, they get wrecked, right? Unfortunately, that's how it is. And Jim Cramer, possibly like 90% of the time, this model works, right? There's even an inverse Cramer ETF that was released. And recently he was crying on TV about Meta, Facebook's parent company, their stock going down after he said he was bullish on it. So, take it for what it is, but it's, even if you don't take any action, it's still hilarious, right? All right, guys, big news. Coinbase, the largest US exchange, has filed a request to filed a request to file an amicus brief in support of Ripple's fair notice defense. Wow, what a move, guys. This is so big on multiple levels. But before I get into that, let me give you an excerpt from that brief. In the absence of regulatory framework governing digital assets, Coinbase believes that parties like Ripple must be permitted to pursue fair notice defenses in matters where they are facing surprise enforcement actions like this one. Man, guys, this is so big. And I know some of you are going to say, well, dude, where the hell was Coinbase for the whole, over a year? What is going on? Yada, yada. Look, at this point, I am so happy to see the likes of Blockchain Association, the Chamber of Digital Commerce, Coinbase, and many other industry players joining in and helping on behalf of Ripple, guys. This is really great. I think we got to cut them some slack. I think a lot of them were scared from what I'm hearing. They didn't know what direction this was going to go. They kind of wanted to wait and see. And I think all of these things signal that Ripple is on the path to victory, as we've been talking about on this channel for over a year before a lot of people even started covering the lawsuit, and we're going into the details and the conflicts of interest with Bill Hinman and the folks at Ethereum, right? And by the way, guys, this week I will be interviewing a former SEC official, and we're going to talk about everything with the SEC. So Coinbase, being the largest US exchange doing this, carries weight. Remember, there was questions back in 2017, 2018 as to whether they were going to list XRP, and the question of it being a security came up. But their lawyers went through the process, talked to the SEC, and they went ahead and listed XRP, right? And the SEC, of course, did not say anything. So this is part of, that fair notice defense, right? Where was the SEC for what was it, 7 years? Where were they? Why were they so quiet? Why didn't they say anything? Why was this lawsuit filed on the last day Jay Clayton was running out the door, right? And why is it that folks who were out there talking negative about XRP were the ones who were benefiting significantly from Ethereum? It's as if they knew something was coming, that Ethereum was going to get the free pass, and that XRP, Ripple was going to get sued. So they were longing Ethereum and they were shorting XRP. clear market manipulation there. But I don't blame those folks necessarily. I blame the SEC, which has fallen far from its core value of protecting investors. And this lawsuit is a sham. It's bullshit. And as we've been calling it since the day it was filed, right? I mean, I think many of you saw my tweet where I say Jay Clayton is an asshole. And and I went into other words, which I won't share here. But guys, this is big. And could it signal that Coinbase may give a big FU to the SEC and say, hey, you know what, we're going to reactivate XRP trading or relist it. Now, some people call it relisting, but XRP is actually on Coinbase. You just can't trade it. You can withdraw and deposit if you want because the wallet service is there. You can look at the price, but you just can't trade it. So it's just a matter of turning on trading and being able to buy and sell it, right? And if they are to do that, you can imagine other exchanges will follow suit because if the biggest exchange in the United States is doing it, they're going to do it. Now, Uphold, which is a sponsor of this podcast, they actually still list XRP, by the way. So this is really big, my friends, on multiple levels and very, very bullish news if you hold XRP. But not only for XRP, all the other altcoins, which are in purgatory right now, right? As we've been talking about on this podcast, Ripple needs to win here, and this will help give the ammunition for the other altcoins to fight the SEC, especially on the fair notice, whether it be Cardano, Algorand, Avalanche, you name it, Solana, and so forth. The entire industry needs Ripple to win here. So really great news. Now, John Deaton, attorney John Deaton, who I've had on the show, big fan, John Deaton representing over, I think, 75,000 XRP holders, right? Being a friend of the court. He submitted a amicus brief as well on behalf of Ripple, and he's ramping up his efforts as well. So shout out to John Deaton. Obviously he's been here since day one fighting on behalf of XRP holders. So he did his part again here. So shout out to John Deaton on that. Now, Rosalind Layton, who's been writing for Forbes and covering the SEC Ripple lawsuit and much more, wrote an article titled "Crypto Law Experts Suggest SEC Likely to Lose Key Case and Discredit Howey Tests." So obviously talking about the Ripple lawsuit, right? Here's an excerpt from that. The SEC spent 18 months fighting 6 separate bench orders to turn the Hinman documents over, making it increasingly clear that their real behind-the-scenes confusion around tokens would be humiliating if it ever went public. Absolutely. They got a lot to lose here, guys, a lot to cover up. And that's because they're one of their core guys, Bill Hinman, violated ethics rules and regulations, right? The ethics office of the SEC said, hey, man, you can't meet with Simpson Thacher. And if you're going to give a speech about Ethereum not being a security when Simpson Thacher is paying you and they're part of the Ethereum Alliance, Enterprise Alliance. Come on, right? But of course, they didn't care about that. Jay Clayton signed off on it. So did the other folks there, which is very sad and once again shows the SEC has fallen from its core values and mission of protecting investors. And the victory path, the path of victory here for Ripple is clear, is becoming clearer and clearer, guys. And the SEC has a lot to lose. Now, get a load of this. Gary Gensler is a joke. This guy tweeted out today, "Happy 14th birthday, Satoshi Nakamoto's white paper. It has led to the innovation in crypto asset investing. Let's make sure as crypto enters its 15th year that investors get proper protection." Bro, what? Get the hell out of here. You're filing enforcement actions against legit companies. I'm not talking about scams. They should obviously stop scams, right? That's not what we're talking about. For example, they went after a legit company like Ripple. They blocked Coinbase lending. They went and fined BlockFi $100 million. Yet they let Celsius Network run it amok and do their thing. They let Terra Luna out there, right, doing its thing. Not to mention a whole bunch of other failures and things that have happened on the SEC side. They have failed to approve a Bitcoin spot ETF, and Grayscale is suing them as a result. So this guy, happy birthday, Satoshi Nakamoto, get the hell out of here, Gary. And this is just such bullshit, man. Like, and I think many of you may have seen my tweets towards him. The things that could protect investors, like a Bitcoin spot ETF, he has not approved it. The scams that are out there, he's not going after. He's looking for PR opportunities, going after Kim Kardashian. Oh, wow. Yeah. Kim Kardashian caused Celsius network collapse, right? Kim Kardashian caused the Terra Luna collapse, right? And the Voyager collapse, right? No, she did not. So this guy is a joke, man. A big time joke. Nevertheless, though, we're seeing the market and the industry players all rallying behind Ripple and Grayscale as well. Now, aside from all that, big update for the XRP Ledger. So David Schwartz, he tweeted out the following today. Thanks to the collective effort of the XRPL community and Ripple X dev engineers, Xls-20 is now enabled on the XRP Ledger mainnet, and a few NFTs have already been minted. Once again, pretty clear, right? This update allows for NFTs to be minted fully on the XRP Ledger. This is a big update, big utility being unlocked here. I will be minting NFTs on the XRP Ledger. Stay tuned for more information on that. David continues, he said, tokenization is not new to the XRP Ledger, but this presents a key milestone for developers and creators to tokenize any asset and build innovative Web3 projects with utility. The new standard introduces native NFTs on the XRP Ledger to represent unique assets along with efficient, secure operations to enumerate, transfer, and hold such tokens. He says, finally, thank you for your patience and support in making native NFTs on the XRP Ledger a reality. So really a big milestone here for the XRP Ledger, guys, and there's going to be a lot of NFTs. Those of you who don't believe in NFTs or don't care for them, you may not personally want to hold any NFTs or own it or whatever it is, but realize, guys, NFT technology is going to be a big part of the future. It's going to go beyond static JPEGs. There's going to be programmable NFTs that do things once external conditions change. So they're going to be dynamic, guys. And they're going to be obviously enabled via smart contracts, and they're going to have utility. So we are already seeing big brands are issuing NFTs, and they unlock events, special perks and benefits. And my NFTs that I'm creating will have utility behind them. They're going to allow the owners of those NFTs to book time with me, and to also be able to get early access to interviews and things like that. So definitely will have utility behind them. So great update here. Now, guys, Google is going all in on crypto. We got a blog post they just released a couple days ago titled Introducing Blockchain Node Engine, Fully Managed Node Hosting for Web3 Development. Remember, they just partnered, and this is from Google Cloud, they just partnered with Coinbase to accept crypto payments and to also be able to custody crypto in different ways. Well, they're launching this really cool product to help Web3 developers, and Ethereum will be the first blockchain supported by the Blockchain Node Engine, enabling developers to provision fully managed Ethereum nodes with the secure blockchain access. With Blockchain Node Engine, Web3 organizations enjoy the following benefits: streamlined provisioning, secure development, fully managed operations. And guys, I'm blown away by this. This is not getting the headlines it should. Google and their engineers on cloud and in different aspects of the business are adopting crypto blockchains, right? Now, you may say, well, where and how are they doing it? Well, one, they're going to accept crypto for payments for the cloud services, but they're obviously going to integrate the blockchains themselves. And remember, when a blockchain gets adoption, Metcalfe's law, right? Its value is going to increase, and the native token of that blockchain is going to increase. That's why we want more NFTs to be built on the XRP Ledger. That will bring more value to the native token. So folks sometimes don't understand that concept, and I often liken it to remember Facebook when it first started. There was no ad revenue, there was no subscription model. People were just using the platform. Facebook wasn't making money, but why did it have a valuation of like $1 billion? It's because it had adoption. and the potential for monetization and the potential of utility, which would lead to revenue and monetization and value. Same thing with these blockchain networks. You're building on top of them that grows their value. There's utility on it. And what's cool about blockchain networks versus social media networks is that you get a share of the value being a token holder. Once you understand that concept, and a lot of people don't get it yet, but they will, there's a whole new world that's coming, and that's the token economy. And eventually, companies like Google and your Amazons will have their own native token, and that will bring value to the company, another avenue for monetization, but also to reward the customers who can be token holders. Guys, future's bright. This is a big adoption item here. I can't overemphasize how big this is. You have Google building Web3 solutions, integrating different blockchains. Huge news. Now, Caitlin Long, who I've interviewed multiple times on the channel, she tweeted out something interesting regarding Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter. She said, yep, Elon's acquisition of Twitter is about payments. The original PayPal team tried to disintermediate ACH about 20 years ago, but couldn't. Now it's reconstituting to finish a job with a few faces from crypto, including Binance CEO CZ, John Roberts. It connects more dots here. So she is essentially saying Elon, and he's been talking about X, and X used to be the name of PayPal before they named it PayPal. And Elon is, like I've been saying since the news came out, he's going to be doing some interesting things with Twitter, more crypto integration, and I think we're going to see blockchain and different things leverage on Twitter, guys. Big things coming. So let's wait and see, but it's all good news for crypto. And if you're holding crypto, we're moving into the realm of everybody's going to be building and adopting crypto and integrating crypto. Now, here's some big news. Asset management giant Apollo has launched a Bitcoin and crypto custody service for its client. Apollo manages $515 billion in assets. Once again, everybody jumping in here. We're just seeing new services being launched by these traditional financial players, and they're doing it because they know the traditional financial investors, they're used to a level of service. They want to go with brand names that they know of, like your Fidelities, your BlackRock, your NASDAQ, your BNY Mellons, and so forth. So those folks are launching the services. Now, here's a news item around Tether. So U.S. Tether Bank fraud investigation changes hands within the DOJ. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York will be handling the investigation, Bloomberg reported Monday. So Tether continues to be under investigation and monitoring, and I think rightfully so. Don't get me wrong, they shouldn't be the only one. Anybody who has a stable coin, right, they need to be under surveillance, and they need to provide, I think, monthly reports of their books. Now, recently, Tether dumped about, I think it was 30 million or billion, I can't remember how much, I think it was billion, of commercial paper off their books. And they added more U.S. treasuries and things along those lines. I think they're trying to make sure everything's in order because, guys, I think stablecoin regulations are coming in very soon. It may happen, maybe before the end of this year or into 2023. We'll see what happens. But stablecoin regulations are on the top of the list for the U.S. because it competes with the U.S. dollar. They want to make sure that it's being used properly. And of course, they're going to introduce the CBDC, which is the digital dollar. So they're going to make sure things are in order and stablecoins don't compete with their CBDCs, and that also these stablecoins don't make their way into the financial system where it may pose a risk. So let's see. I'm not a hater of Tether. I've seen Tether go through multiple investigations, come out of different situations. People were calling for their death. I think they're here to stay. And I think at one point their books were not good, but I think they've been slowly chipping away at making it better. So from my perspective, I don't want Tether to collapse, because if Tether collapse, oh my God, it will be detrimental to the crypto market. Really, really bad, guys, as the #1 stablecoin. Finally here, guys, speaking of stablecoins and CBDCs, India's central bank plans to launch its digital rupee CBDC pilot on November 1st. That's tomorrow, guys. These CBDCs are coming hot and heavy. I'm not a fan of CBDCs in a sense of I don't want to lose my privacy. I don't want the government monitoring everything I'm doing with my money. At least here in the United States, we have the Constitution, right? But I know there's no way to stop this. This is happening whether we like it or not. But the great thing is we have an alternative. We have other currencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so forth in different networks that we can move value that way. We don't necessarily have to be using the CBDC. So we'll see what the governments do. What incentive they're going to offer people to use CBDCs. It could be they get their money faster versus checks. Whether it be government checks, whatever it is. So we'll see. But this is happening worldwide. And I don't see anybody being able to stop this. But it's the whole token economy. I think it will benefit crypto because these governments are going to educate the masses about blockchain and tokenization. And that will break down the education and trust barrier that many folks may have with crypto. Because once they understand, oh, this is like Bitcoin. Oh, it's like the blockchain which Bitcoin runs on, and Ethereum and XRP and all that, right? It's going to be very easy for them to then move into investing into crypto, and it might be even just faster because instead of having to wire transfer money, they can just use the CBDCs they got from the government or something, right? As exchanges and different folks are going to start allowing CBDCs to be accepted on exchanges and so forth. So anyway, guys, that's the news. Let me know what you think. Pretty big news, I think, with this Coinbase filing the amicus brief on behalf of Ripple, guys. I think it shows we're on the path to victory. It's been a really long road to seeing this. Painful when there was a lot of people not supporting Ripple. A lot of people, I get sometimes negative comments. Oh, you talk too much about Ripple. Oh, he's your Ripple fanboy. And I'm like, look, I hold XRP. But I have Bitcoin, I have Ethereum. I want my entire bag to pump because I'm here to make money. But if I see something that's wrong, I'm going to have to call it out. When I see something, that's not right, and the rest of the folks in the industry need to come together, we got to call it out. So I'm glad that we did that, guys, and all of you for supporting my channel, my podcast, and we're seeing the industry herd now jumping on board of what we've been saying for over a year, guys. Anyway, let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, and I'll talk to you all later.